EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New England Patriots.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn that field to gain any yardage.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
First and 10.
Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I'd keep pressing it downfield.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the Falcons' 33-yard line.
To throw, it's May. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jalen Walker. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, May with it. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Henderson is going backwards here. They come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From the shotgun, it's May. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs from 3 yards out. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Randy Borregales to kick
Following the
off.
touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. And looking to throw, Penix. He's got his man, London, right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready.
And some room to run now. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Falcons, nothing. To kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Takes it to about the 37.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That good for 19 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Atlanta.
They'll throw with Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Penix. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To the air, Penix. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Falcons, nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw Penix. Throws right back to London, complete again. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 2. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
What's that?
Here's May. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Falcons 14. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pats at the line ready to go. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Will be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They're going to throw. May. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing here is May. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun, it's May. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14.
Patriots 28. Falcons 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air, May. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half.
31, Falcons 14.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Kadero Hodge has it complete. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's the backup Cousins. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
37-yard line.
To throw is Cousins. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Pats are going to get the football here at their own 23. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The drive begins with a run by Henderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's 2nd and 3. They run once more with Henderson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. May going to give it to Henderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And
not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll throw with May. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
And London, the motion man right. Stick looks to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Dragon 60. Let's go. 70,
Here's Stick looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Stick. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 14.
16 yards. And the Falcons, first down. A gain of 16 yards.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Touchdown! Drake London from 13 yards out. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Next the score, Patriots 31, Falcons 21. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's May. He completes it to Henry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. and knocked it free.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll change things up. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Out of the gun, the run with Henderson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll look to throw. Short pass caught by Henry.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, May with it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
And that should do it. He's got a first down, and the Patriots can run it out from here. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the